Hi everyone and welcome to Creative Chelsea. Today I'm sharing with you some 3D box ideas that you can create with the contents from the February 2024 paper pumpkin kit called Sweet Springtime. If you're interested in seeing my cards or any of my other alternative projects, you can click on the playlist up here in the top right corner. So I did end up getting a refill kit, and that's how I'm going to be able to make some more projects with the cute contents in the kit. So to make these boxes, you're going to need the bunny card base, and we're going to use both the front and the back to make the top of each box, and then we're going to use a thick, very vanilla cardstock for the base. So this one I actually used thick basic white, so I will grab one of those, but one is very vanilla and one is thick basic white. Just as a quick note, you'll also be able to find templates for these 3D items on my blog, and I will link that below in the description. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your card base and you're going to cut it in half right along that fold line, which is 4 1/4. And then you're going to take each of these pieces and cut it down to 4 1/4. So I'm going to rotate and trim off the top here. And then do the same for this one, 4 1/4. So you'll want a square that is 4 1/4 by 4 1/4. For the base, you're going to need a piece that is 5 3/16, and that's a square as well. So 5 3/16 all the way around. And again, I have thick basic white and thick very vanilla. And I want to use the thick because it's going to hold the shape a little bit better and be a good base for the box. So let's go ahead and start on the top of our boxes. We are going to score all the way around at 1/2 inch. So go ahead and on the right side, line it up at a 1/2 inch mark. Make sure to only use your scoring blade, and you're just going to rotate and score all the way around at the 1/2 inch mark. Now for the base, I wanted my box to be a little taller. So you'll see here that I have a little bit more of this side. So that's why the bottom piece is a little bit bigger. So we're going to take each bottom piece and we're going to score at 1 inch all the way around. And again, remember to only use your scoring blade and not your cutting blade for this. Okay, so now we have done all of our scoring. Let's move on to the next step. The next step is to create the flaps. So I am going to cut a small triangle from each score line in the flap. And you just need to do it running horizontally. So you're just going to go along that bottom horizontal line and the top horizontal line. And again, I cut a small little triangle shape so that it's slightly angled. And if you want, you can also do the outside edge just to get a little bit of an angle on that flap. And that's up to you. You don't have to do that part if you don't want to. Okay, so you see how they're slightly angled there. And you're going to repeat that on your other one. So these other pieces don't really have a direction, but you can kind of just decide which way is the top and which side is the bottom. And when you cut your triangle, you want it to go to the top of the vertical score lines. So you don't want to go beyond that score line. So you start just a little bit on one side of the horizontal and you go up to that top. Okay, so here's the horizontal line, here's your vertical line, and you want to stop on that vertical line. We're going to repeat that exact same thing for our card or our box bases as well. All right, so now that those are all done, we're going to fold along all score lines and use a bone folder to make a nice crease. Okay, so once you have it all scored and folded, you're going to now add adhesive to the top of the flaps, and they're going to tuck under the side, okay? You can use any type of adhesive for this. In the February kit, you did receive some tear and tape, and so you could do that as well. Or you could do the glue dots, or you could even do liquid glue or any other type of adhesive that you have on hand. These little tear and tape strips are good. The only problem is that it is a small space, and so it's a little bit hard to sometimes apply the larger tear and tape piece to those flaps. So you may want to use the glue dots or liquid glue. Okay, but really any of it will work. So once you have those added, you're going to just, like I said, tuck it in. And you just want to make sure that you've got like a 90-degree angle. And so because we angled the flaps, they're not going to sit directly on that side. So do you see how there's a little angle there? It doesn't sit right along the edge. And so you do need to just keep that in mind when you're folding them, that it will be slightly open. Okay, so there's the top, and let's go ahead and do the bottom. I'm also going to add just a little bit of liquid adhesive to the top of those flaps, just to hold things in place a little bit better. So it comes together really quickly, and because the top is just slightly larger, it should fit really nicely right over the base. I'm going to repeat that same process for the second box. Okay, so we'll go ahead and put the lid on that one. Just like that. Those are so cute. I did want to add just a little greeting and then add the wreath to this pink check. So for the bunny, I'm using the dark pink banner from the kit, and I want the shorter end to be on the left so that it's on top. And I'm just going to stamp Happy Easter with Early Espresso ink, just here in the longer area. And I'll add that near the bottom. And then for my pink box, I'm going to do the light pink banner with Early Espresso and the sweet springtime greetings. And the ends are actually near the top this time. Okay, so it looks something like this and this. And so let's go ahead and add these really quick. I'm just going to do a couple dots of liquid glue for my wreath. And I want to place it so that the yellows are kind of in the corners. And then for the greetings, I'm just going to pop these up with dimensionals. You can use the dimensionals that came in the kit, or if you have any other ones, you know, just laying around from past kits. I love these little mini ones that you can purchase from Stampin' Up. They're perfect for this. And I want to add it so that it doesn't come off of the edge. So it's nice. It's going to be easy if I wanted to like wrap these up with some ribbon or something. It doesn't actually come off. It just sits right along the bottom edge there at an angle so that I can still see the cute little flowers that have popped up in front of the bunny there. And then for this one, I'm just going to place it in the middle of the wreath, just like that. And then I can see all the beautiful flowers all the way around the wreath there. And those two little gift boxes are all done. If you're interested in continuing to watch this series of 3D items made with the February 2024 Sweet Springtime Paper Pumpkin Kit, please make sure to subscribe to my channel so that you're notified in the next couple days when I add those to my channel. If you would like to get the template to create these boxes, you can visit my blog, creativechelsea.com, and the link for that is below in the description. Thanks so much for watching. Have a creative day. Bye.